We've all experienced moments that shook us to our core, moments of shock, betrayal, manipulation, or trauma. For women navigating life transitions, whether it's divorce, a career change, a loss, a major personal change, these moments can feel amplified. It doesn't matter whether it's a small T or a large T trauma. Either way, it triggers your body's stress response and flips your nervous system into survival mode. In that heightened emotional state, your brain takes a snapshot of that moment in time. It stamps it right there into your neural circuitry. And that's what we call long-term memory. And the stronger the emotional reaction, whether it's to a person, a problem, or an event, the more your internal state is altered. These emotions are painful, and our minds instinctively try to process them, to resolve them. And so we keep playing that memory over and over again. But here's the issue: we don't actually resolve the problem. Instead, we get stuck in a loop, reliving the very emotions we don't want to feel. And each replay triggers the same chemical stress responses, acidic stress hormones that now live not only in your brain, but throughout your body. Every challenge, limitation, or recurring pattern comes from a specific level of consciousness, a vibrational frequency shaped by your past experiences. Your brain has built a complex network linked to every person, place, object, and event in your life. And attached to each of these memories is an emotion. Your body is your unconscious mind. It doesn't know whether the fear, the anger, or sadness that you're feeling is from something that's happened in the past, something that you're remembering that's happened in the past, or if you're making it up. Here's where your biology meets transformation. Your thoughts send chemicals to the genes, and your genes create proteins, the building blocks for the structure and function of your entire body. Change the chemical signals, you change the proteins. Change the proteins, and you change both your biology and your mind. The gateway to shifting those chemicals is your emotions. This is why so many women struggle to step into the life they want during periods of transition. The obstacle isn't lack of effort, it's resistance. Resistance is that invisible wall you hit when you try to create a new future while still holding on to old emotions, stories, and beliefs. And the more resistance you carry, the more you block your own success. Because resistance is your unconscious effort to prevent a limiting belief from being disproven. For many women, that belief is, I'm not enough. Might look like self-doubt, fear of failure, or hesitation to take bold steps. It can feel like guilt for wanting more, shame for prioritizing yourself, or anxiety about the unknown. But the truth is, the only way is through, not around. To create a new life, it's about facing the emotions, releasing the old stories, and intentionally generating new ones. When you do, you don't just change your mind, you change your body, your energy, and the very foundation of your future. For women in transition, this is more than mindset work. It's a full spectrum transformation. It's learning to move from survival to thriving, from reacting to responding, from carrying the weight of the past to walking freely into your empowered future. I know a woman who had completed 2 books. She tucked them away for years. Why? Fear. She was afraid that if she published them, she might discover that she wasn't as talented or as creative enough as she had hoped she was. And as long as those books stayed hidden, that fear could never be proven true. I relate. Growing up, I modeled. Everyone knew me for my looks, not my mind. In high school, I craved recognition for more than my appearance, so I became an overachiever. I aced test after test, piled on achievements, hoping to bury the identity of not being smart enough because I really didn't think that I was smart enough. It was like holding a beach ball underwater. It was exhausting. And I lived in constant fear that that ball would pop up to the surface and I'd be exposed as a fraud. So know this, what you resist owns you. So what are you hiding from that isn't actually true? Most people focus on changing their thoughts, but it's the feelings that drive your decisions. If you feel fear, anger, worry, or anxiety, you make choices through that emotional filter. Emotions are more than fleeting experiences. They radiate an electromagnetic field, and the key word here is magnet. You attract experiences that match the frequency you're broadcasting. When you feel empowered, confident, and worthy, opportunities, solutions, and ideas begin to align. Your biology responds, your body chemistry shifts, and your life begins to reflect that internal state. This is why, if you want a new future, you've got to examine the emotions you've memorized, those that have become part of your identity, and ask, do they belong in my future? The moment you truly inhabit the emotions of the life you want, success, joy, love, freedom, your body, your unconscious mind believes it's already living that reality. Your chemistry, your vibrational frequency adjusts to match it. So you might not have that bank account, the relationship, or the career you desire yet, but you can create the internal wiring, the emotional state, and the energetic foundation to draw it in. The problem is most of us try to create from a split focus, wanting something while simultaneously avoiding what we fear. This creates that resistance. Resistance keeps you stuck at the same vibrational frequency, and the future you truly want can't exist there. Wherever we are vibrating, that is our magnetic point. Life isn't about finding ourselves. We're not lost. It's not about fixing ourselves. We're not broken, and it's not about taking our power back, because you know what? It never left us. It's about consciously creating who we want to be by setting deeper intentions. Unlike a goal, which is future focused and tied to a specific measurable outcome, an intention is a state of being you choose to embody right now, regardless of external circumstances. It's about who you want to feel like today, how you want to show up in the present moment. Intentions create your vibrational frequency, your daily alignment, and ultimately influence the experiences you attract. Science shows us this is more than philosophy. Epigenetics tell us that our thoughts shape our biology. The way we think produces biochemicals in our brain and body, reinforcing the state we're in. Over time, these biochemical patterns solidify into habits, and many of those habits aren't aligned with the life we truly desire. Rewiring your brain allows you to remove triggers from all thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, so that your focus can fully rest on the life you want and the version of yourself that is already living it. Your focus creates reality. But here's the catch. If your focus is on solving problems, the problem becomes your motivation. In other words, the problem must continue to exist to keep your energy tied to it. The real work is raising your vibrational frequency, not by fixing yourself, but by feeling into the version of yourself already living the life you desire. Who you're meant to become is already inside of you, awaiting the emotion through which it can be expressed. This is why most affirmations don't work. If the emotion behind the words doesn't match what your body believes, your biology ignores it. When you repeatedly think the same thoughts, the neurons in your brain wire together, making those thoughts the easiest and most automatic to think. Over time, your body becomes accustomed to living in the emotional states those thoughts generate: guilt, frustration, anger, sadness, anxiety, depression. In fact, on a subconscious level, you can even become addicted to the chemical cocktails those emotions release. This is one of the reasons stress literally creates disease. Medical science now confirms that our thoughts and emotions reach down to the deepest levels of biology. Your cells are constantly absorbing, metabolizing, and regulating nutrients. But if they keep receiving the same chemical signals every day from repetitive emotional patterns, their regulation process becomes stuck. Here's the Here's the transformative truth. When you shift your emotions and raise your frequency, your body responds instantly. The receptors on your cells begin opening to new gene expressions. The antennae on those receptors pick up the new signals even before the chemical arrives, preparing the cell for a different response. The moment you change your emotional state, your biology begins to adapt instantly. For women navigating major life transitions, career changes, relationship shifts, loss, or self-reinvention, this is critical. The future you desire isn't just out there. It begins with the emotional state you cultivate today, here, now. Feeling it, embodying it, and aligning your frequency with it is how you magnetically draw the life you're ready to live. This is why lasting health, happiness, and fulfillment are not just about what you eat, how much you exercise, or how disciplined you are. If unresolved emotions keep your cells locked in the same genetic expressions, you'll continue to face challenges, no matter how perfect your routine looks. True transformation begins when your inner emotional environment shifts to match the health, vitality, and life you choose to experience. As a culture, we're addicted to self-improvement. We're constantly told we're not enough as we are, that we have to look better, do more, and upgrade ourselves before we're worthy of our dreams. So we chase the next fix, the next diet, the next seminar, the next program, hoping it will finally make us whole. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to earn your worthiness. You don't need to upgrade yourself like outdated software. You simply need to step into who you truly are and expand from there. Success isn't about being perfect, proving your value, or meeting some external standard. It's about being you and creating from that place of authenticity. Yet so many of us live by invisible rules that try to justify our existence. I'll be someone once I do something big. If I'm smart enough, accomplished enough, or beautiful enough, then I'll deserve it. I must be interesting to get attention, kind to get love, and productive to be respected. These rules aren't real. They're stories we've invented to explain the gap between where we are and where we want to be. And as long as we believe them, they keep us stuck. So let's pause and get curious. What are the rules you've been living by? What must you do to get love, success, health, or impact? What do you believe receiving those things will actually give you? Once you recognize the pattern, you can disrupt it, because the truth is you don't need to earn what's already yours. Think about it for a moment. Who do you really want to be? How do you really want to feel? Start from there. That's the gateway to true change, especially for women leaving a career, ending a relationship, starting over, or reinventing themselves. The old rules no longer serve you, well, or save you for that matter. You don't need to wait for the perfect time or for all the external circumstances to align. The power to shift your life is available right now in the energy you hold, the emotions you cultivate, and the choices you make in this present moment. Your next step isn't about trying harder, it's about feeling more fully, being more fully, and creating from a place of alignment. So the life you desire doesn't have to chase you. It begins to flow naturally towards you. And that's exactly what my free guidebook, The Shift Begins Now, will help you begin doing. Inside, you'll discover simple, powerful practices to start rewiring your brain, release old patterns, and step into the version of you that's already living the life you desire. Your shift isn't someday, it's right now. If you want to begin shifting now, write shift now in the comments, and I'll send you the free copy of The Shift Begins Now. I thank you for your time. I know how valuable it is.